Um, as you notice, this is an incredible space, and we're so lucky to have it. And it's because one of our two co-hosts tonight is Silicon Valley Bank. And so if you don't know Silicon Valley Bank, you should, because that's where you are right now. And I am especially honored to invite Ronnie Harris II from SVB, a division of First Citizens Bank, to the stage to talk about why this is so important to SVB. So please give Ronnie, who's brand new to LA, kind of 6 months, right? Yes, a little bit. Yeah, a round of applause.
Thank you, Ryan. You are a phenomenal moderator, phenomenal host. And I know these are not easy days, just going at it, holding a nonprofit and continuing to grow it, right? It is very hard work, but it's something that obviously you're super passionate about, and I admire your passion. And so SVB is a proud sponsor of StartOut Interview for all your hard work. So thank you. Give it up for Brian, please. Thank you guys so much. I'm a Southern gentleman. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia originally, and just made my way out here about 1.5 years ago from the Bay. So the first thing you realize, like when you come inside of a Southern person's home, is they'll offer you water, they'll offer you a beverage, and they'll offer you some food. So make your guys selves at home. Housekeeping items. There's bathrooms in the back. If you guys need something, ask something. If you're an SVBer, please put your hand up. You can reach out to Brad, Jason, and then our amazing facilities manager, Jericho, is the one that has all of this set up. So give a round of applause for Jericho. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Quickly, I am the director of startup banking here, so really focus on our SoCal market. And I think my job is really simple because ultimately we serve great entrepreneurs. Everything that he said in terms of statistics, I myself go through those same statistics every single day that I walk into the arena of technology. But the great thing is when you have advocates and when you have allies, we all can be a part of this representative, amazing sample that is venture capital. So two quick things that we kind of focus on here. How do we bank the best entrepreneurs? How do we bank the best investors? And then secondarily, how do we put them in rooms where we can unite community, create more access to sales, create more access to hiring? And so as you guys see this, this is where real partners show up, right? They put you in a room with people that can move the needle for your network and for your business. And so we're super proud to be a sponsor of StartOut. We're super excited to see these amazing entrepreneurs today. We know how much hard work that they put into this. And if you guys need anything, please reach out to us. I guess the differentiation for Silicon Valley Bank is that we're specifically a technology-focused bank. So all we do is work with entrepreneurs like yourself every single day. So if you guys have any questions or need any advice, please reach out to us. We're super excited today. And if you have anything, let me know. All right, now.
So much. Thank you so much, Ronnie. And I'm from Alabama originally, so I'm like, yeah, that makes me happy. So I appreciate the hospitality. And speaking of hospitality, our other co-hosts for this evening are T-Mobile, who have been incredible advocates for StartOut as well, too, and just joined the StartOut family just last year and have helped bring this event back to life and in person. So please welcome Tim O'Regan from T-Mobile, one of our presenting sponsors as well.
I'm not quite as talented as Ronnie. I have a script here, so pardon me while I go through that. First of all, welcome here tonight to StartOut Demo Day, right? This is really cool. I'm Tim O'Regan, Director of Public Affairs for T-Mobile, and I'm thrilled to represent the thousands of T-Mobile employees across the country as we kick off this event tonight. At T-Mobile, we believe in the power of innovation and the incredible potential of startups and entrepreneurs to transform industries and improve lives. And while you're thinking about the work that all of you do, whether you're an entrepreneur or whether you're an established business, we certainly hope at T-Mobile you'll give consideration to our network, America's largest, fastest, and first 5G network. Today, we're honored to support and celebrate the brilliant minds and groundbreaking ideas that have come together in this space. Frankly, for you participants out there, who, if you've made it this far, you should already consider yourself a winner. Over the next couple of hours, we'll hear from some promising LGBTQ+ individuals showcasing innovative ideas and solutions. These entrepreneurs have worked tirelessly to bring their visions to life, and we're excited to see their hard work and creativity on display. At T-Mobile, we passionately believe in the power of innovation and creativity, and that only comes when you can bring your full self to work and into everything that you do. We're about lifting barriers and driving to brighter horizons wherever they may lead. One of the most valuable aspects of this event tonight is the opportunity to network. Let networking be your superpower. I encourage you to take full advantage of this chance to connect with your fellow participants, share insights, and build relationships. Whether you yourself are an entrepreneur or an investor or an industry expert, the connections you make here can lead to new collaborations, partnerships, and opportunities benefiting our LGBTQ plus community. As you embark on your journey, engage with others, ask questions, and explore the possibilities that your new products and technologies represent. This is not just an opportunity to win first place tonight, but to connect, to collaborate, and be inspired. And to inspire the next generation of LGBTQ plus entrepreneurs who will help build the American economy of tomorrow. Thank you for your commitment to fostering innovation. T-Mobile certainly shares your passion, and let's make tonight a great event. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Tim and T-Mobile. And 2 notes about Tim. Please notice his socks because they're very on brand with T-Mobile. And he flew in from Washington, D.C. to join us here tonight, too. So we really appreciate that, Tim. So we'll get started in a little bit. We have one more presenter to come up before that happens. But I also want to thank T-Mobile and SVB for all of their work, because tonight we're able to give away $11,000 in cash to winners of tonight's evening, specifically because of their sponsorship. So if you don't know this, in a little bit we have our judges. I'll introduce them in a few minutes. But the top 3 winners will all receive cash prizes. For third place, $2,000. For second place, $3,000. And for first place, $5,000. In addition, our friends at Brooks Brothers have donated 5 suits. So all 5 of our finalists will be able to go and get a suit of any gender from Brooks Brothers, all expenses paid, to help you get ready in style for your next pitch and presentation. So we're excited to have that support as well, too. The top 3 winners will also receive a non-monetary prize in the form of dedicated time with one of the subject matter experts in the StartOut ecosystem that will make meaningful contribution to your work. And then all of you here tonight will get a chance to give away that last $1,000. So if you just did a quick addition, there was $1,000 missing. We will be giving a mixed congeniality prize to our audience award winner. So after the pitches, you'll all get a chance to vote. And then that winner goes home with $1,000 as well, too. We'll talk about that in a little bit more, too. But I do want to introduce our 4 judges tonight. So we've got Waverly Middleton from Slauson & Co., who is an investor. That's important if you're an entrepreneur. Sorry, I just put a bullseye on your head and I'm like, hey, Waverly, what's up? Next, we've got David Werblow, who's the Chief Compliance Officer from T-Mobile and came down from Seattle to be here tonight with us. We've got Ronnie, who you all got to meet earlier from SVB. And last but not least, someone who I'm probably also going to put a bullseye on your head right now, Vincent James Arcuri, who is a casting agent, or director, rather. Yes, casting director. Sorry about that. I'm not from LA. I'm like, oops. From Buy It Now, which is a brand new Amazon series featuring entrepreneurs, and also a show that you've heard of called Shark Tank. So he is responsible for getting people on Shark Tank and helping their companies grow and succeed. And so we're so thrilled to have all 4 of you with such great diverse experiences and perspectives on the entrepreneurship ecosystem. So thank you all so much for being here tonight. So our judges, so you know, they're going to be looking at 7 different criteria for tonight's 5 finalists. Those categories are problem and market need. Second, solution that the company is proposing to meet that problem. Third, market size. Fourth, the business model. Fifth, the minimum viable product itself. Sixth, the professionalism of presentation. And 7th, passion for the work. So I encourage all of you to look across those 7 as well, too, when you think about making your decisions later tonight as well. So I did mention we have one more presenter. And I'm sorry to cue him up like this because I know everyone's excited to meet the pitches, but I'm really excited because I've talked to a lot of you since you got here, some of whom were brand new to LA, some of who've been here for a long time, but all of whom seem to maybe be interested in getting more involved in StartOut, especially if you're new to it. And so that's Craig, who is the chair of the Los Angeles Programming Board, which puts together events like this, networking events, education events, and other programs across the city throughout the year. And Craig's going to share a little bit more about what he and the rest of the programming board do.
Thank you, Brian, and hello, everyone. First off, I'd like to give a shout out to the programming board members from LA who are here. If they could stand up. I think Sandra is back there, Pax, as well as Kate. So thank you very much for coming and helping us put on this event in conjunction with Danny and Brian. If anybody's interested in joining the LA programming board, please speak with myself, any of the other programming boards that you just saw stand up, or even Danny or Brian. The LA Programming Board would also like to give a warm invitation to everybody here to join the Demo Day Afterglow social event, which will be held about 8 minutes walking distance from here, 5 minutes from here. It's at the Britannia British Pub, which is near 3rd Street Promenade. So please come join us, enjoy a night of networking. And as a special treat, your first drink will be on StartOut. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Craig. And so, yeah, so if you enjoy tonight and want to help plan events or think through what to do, talk to Craig and Sandra and the rest of the team. Or if you don't enjoy tonight and want to change it up and do something differently, talk to Craig and Sandra and the team too, so we can do even better, cooler events in the future. All right, are y'all done with me talking?
Yes.
Yes, there we go. All right, so I'm going to get off the stage. But before I do, can you give a warm welcome to all 5 of our finalists who you're going to meet momentarily? So we've got Lauren, we've got Josh, we've got Katie, and we've got Rick, and then Ryder is going to be on the screen in a little bit too. So we're so excited to have all 4 of you here. How it will work is that each of our contestants, our finalists, will have 3 minutes to deliver their pitch. We will let you know when you have 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Oh, right there. Thank you. Yes. With the signs. So please make sure you keep it within those 3 minutes. After the pitch, the judges will have 3 minutes to ask questions and answer on the feet. And then after that, we will move to the second finalist from there. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. So then our first presentation is from Lauren McCullough, founder of Trommel. Please give it up for Lauren.
Always fun going first to see if the technical things are going to work. Hey, everyone. My name is Lauren McCullough, and I'm co-founder and CEO of Trommel. And I'm excited to be here today to share how we've been helping auto part businesses get double-digit gains in their profitability. At this point, it's 2024. We all know that it's important to be data-driven because we know that data-driven decisions are more profitable. In fact, they're 25% more profitable than their peers. But the reality is that being data-driven is really hard, because this is coming from disparate systems that don't talk to each other. And unless you know how to normalize this data and actually extract it into actionable insights, you're still left guessing. I saw this experience firsthand when I started working in the auto parts industry back in 2019. Now, I'm sure you're not surprised if you waited 2 months on your car to get repaired or walked into an AutoZone, but this industry has a lot of data. And it's a legacy industry that has a lot of challenges making sense of this data. And so what happens is when they want to try to create data-driven decision-making, they're doing this from the ground up by hiring these these analysts that are in shortage already. And what they're doing is now taking terabytes of data and shoving it into a bunch of dashboards and reports that most of their team can't actually leverage. But my leadership team has decades of experience working in this industry and implementing technology, and it's this that inspired us to build Trommel. So Trommel is a piece of equipment and a gold mining operation that helps us separate the dirt from those tiny little gold nuggets hidden below the surface. And this is exactly what we're doing for businesses. We're taking mountains of data by connecting with their sales systems, their operational software, and helping them to extract the actionable insights that matter for their business. Now, Trommel does this not by having people sort through reports and dashboards for hours, but we do this by actually extracting these insights and delivering it directly to these user inbox, messaging systems, or even with our own interface. Once we have these insights surface, we can actually link them to dynamic visualizations. And these are tools that even non-technical team members can use. And because we have decades of experience in the auto part industry, we can actually train AI agents so they can ask follow-up questions to these agents and even get actionable recommendations on what to do next. Our company launched in 2023, and with just $80,000 in non-dilutive funding, we're able to generate a revenue-generating MVP. And what's even more impressive is just by detecting profit leaks, we were able to help our clients on average improve their profits by 11%. But as we left Techstars, we started expanding our offering and really doubling down on the use of AI to extract these insights. And this has been really powerful because it's actually allowed us to be an industry leader on this topic, and it's led to multiple enterprise engagements, including from businesses like Advanced Auto Parts. And at this point, we're now generating $144,000 in ARR. But looking forward, we're looking to expand our software to all industrial parts and supplies companies, which has a $15 billion total addressable market and offering tailored, customized, user-centric tools that can be used throughout the entire organization. Right now, we are wrapping up our safe round and looking for a couple more angel investors to help close this round out. And we're going to be launching our seed round early next year. And I thank you for coming today and look forward to any questions. Yes, I do drive the motorcycle.
Thank you so much, Lauren, for your pitch. It was very clear, very concise. Just one question I have for you right now is, can you just talk about your sell-through method? So who typically is your buying partner? How are you going about kind of shortening down that sales cycle, and what does that sales cycle look for you?
Absolutely. So when we started working with more of the SMB market, we were actually working a lot with business owners because these are businesses often doing less than $10 million selling on Amazon Marketplace. And we're actually selling at that executive level. As we've shifted into working more with enterprises, we often still use that e-commerce manager as our champion, but we are often selling in partnership with the CTO or CIO of those organizations.
Great job, Lauren.
Thanks.
Quick question. So, can you hear me now? There we go.
Hear you now.
Quick question for you. So
Wrong phone service.
the whole point of this is you're gathering all this data to find parts more quickly, more cost effectively, saving the mechanic the time, the consumer.
Yes,
costs?
it's the people who are selling the parts across the supply chain. And so this may be the part manufacturer who's actually selling this into, I need 10 minutes to talk about the network of the supply chain industry, but basically people that are selling the parts, we're processing that transactional information. We do want to eventually process repair orders as a way of receiving market intelligence data so we can get into predictive maintenance and better demand forecasting. But really we are serving those people who are selling the individual parts themselves, especially in the aftermarket industry.
So in my experience, a lot of people don't have their data house in order, and you can't really use these tools unless you have that house in order. How does your solution help address that problem?
Yeah, so it depends on the company, obviously, and this is why we are coming in right at the right time, because there's a needing house in order. And one of the things I didn't mention here is what really inspired us to do this is there was just a sea of bankruptcies that we saw happening, and so it really scared a lot of people. And so there's been a mass migration of platforms. In the situation where there is some data hygiene done that is out of scope for us, what we'll do is start by processing their sales orders, because we find that we can provide a lot of value just by processing those single feeds. And then as they're getting cost and inventory data that's in a more clean format we can process, we can do that too. But we are training some AI agents to actually expedite the process of doing this normalization, so that way we can make sure that this isn't a bottleneck for growth.
Awesome presentation. I'd love to hear a bit more about how you think about the market size and market opportunity, and just specifically if you know anything about just the number of auto parts businesses out there too.
Yeah, so if I include auto parts as like marine and some of these adjacent categories, there's about 100,000 businesses right now. And it's really hard to get exact data on that, but it's about $1 trillion in gross merchandise value. And we do want to go deep into the supply chain because there's a lot of big gains that you can have throughout that. And so within that, that gives us about a $3 billion TAM, but it is really looking out to being the business intelligence provider for industrial commerce that gives us that $15 billion TAM.
Thank you, Lauren. All right, while we get ready for our next presenter, the judges have 2 minutes to write down their notes, and we encourage all of you to talk amongst yourselves. I don't know if, so feel free to turn around to the person sitting next to you and share what you think about trauma, or just ask what brought them up here tonight, in case they don't know. That's good though. Miracle. I think that's good. Ready? All right. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Are you ready for our second entrepreneur?
Ready.
All right. So please give a warm welcome to Josh Liu from Mosa Innovations. Josh, before you begin, I will remind you, you have 3 minutes to pitch. We will let you know when you have 1 minute left and when you have 30 seconds left, and then we will open up to 3 minutes of questions. So good luck, Josh. Give him a round of applause, y'all.
My name is Josh. I'm from Mosa. We build sustainable bicycle sharing for communities of all sizes. Bicycle sharing is popular. It's chaotic, but it's super popular. Currently, it's a 160 billion market, and it's highly concentrated in central urban areas, mainly in tier 1 cities. However, communities really need it, don't live, work, or study in those areas. And current bicycle sharing solutions are designed for urban areas there, and they failed to address those communities' needs. So how big are those communities? Actually, 81% of the business parks, campuses, and hotels are outside urban areas. So that's a huge missing opportunities for commercializations. At Mosa, we build ultra affordable and also flexible dog bicycle sharing for communities with pressing last mile transportation needs. We make the dog bicycle sharing 70% cheaper than the market. And also because it's dog bicycle sharing, the operation is much simpler. Communities can even run that themselves. As a result, Mosa is much more scalable because we are not an operator. We are a solution providers. We don't own the assets. We don't run the operations. We support communities wherever they are. And our enabling technology is our retrofittable smart dock that we built with Giant, the world's largest bike maker. We can convert a one-dumb rack into a secure parking dock within 10 minutes. As a result, we can bring a turnkey bicycle sharing solutions to the community that's easy to deploy and also self-serviced. We offer them everything they need. They can even choose what kind of bikes they want based on the community's needs. And we have a really straightforward business model. We charge them hardware upfront. We also have a nice subscription revenue on top of it. And we have won multiple awards. And currently, we have done commercial pilots with both cities and also commercial customers. Currently, we are run one bicycle sharing project in the UK, and we are about to run one in the States with National Park Services. We have a strong team. I used to work for Foxconn, the largest hardware manufacturer in the world. And then my co-founder, Simon, is an industrial designer with strong operation experience in the cycling space. And we are now raising 1.3 million to accelerate our commercial growth so that we can build our commercial pipeline. And then we can also mass produce our dock, accumulate our operation playbook to support the communities we want to serve. So if you care about startups that is commercially scalable and also socially impactful, please come talk to us. Thank you.
Awesome. Great job, Josh.
Thanks.
I have a question around, well, I guess first clarifying question. The dock goes on existing bike racks or,
Yes.
okay, existing bike racks. Can you share more about your, I guess, ideal customer and like what their incentive is to pay for this?
Yes. So actually, we have two types of customers. We are now 80% focused on B2B customers. As I mentioned, that will be the business parks, that will be hotels, and that will be campuses there. And however, also smaller cities and towns, they also have the really strong desires there. They want to have something similar to what we have got in London or in New York, but they can't afford. And so we are based in London, in Europe. We see the huge demands for those local authority in that regards there as well.
Can you tell us how scalable this solution is? I sometimes think that biking is both about what you're presenting, but also about community's infrastructure so that you can bike around safely.
Yes.
So what's the reach of this product?
Sorry, can you say that again?
What do you think the market size of this product is?
Oh, yeah, as I mentioned there, so actually the bicycle sharing market is huge there. So now, as I mentioned, it's a 160 billion market, but it's really highly concentrated in the central areas. So when you look at, like here, we have Bird, you have company like Lime there, but usually they don't go to remote areas there because their business model don't make it work in those areas. So that's our target. But having said that, we can actually target at the long tail market first, but gradually we can actually replace them because now they have a really high capex because they own all the bikes and also they have a high OpEx business model. They do the operations. And to be honest, both of them are losing money now. But our business model is much more flexible in that regard. We learned a lot from their mistakes there. So we can serve communities without running that ourselves. So that's how we tackle the market from a really different angle.
And just because I'm a little bit of a novice in terms of maybe transportation when it comes to bikes, like why do these cities care enough to pay you for this service when maybe they can just make another version of what you make? Can you just go into some of the defensibility around your IP and help me understand just like why these cities think it's important for your solution?
Yeah, thanks a lot. It's a really great questions there. So there are a few elements there. On the IP side there, we have patents on our technologies there. And the second thing is that actually cities usually prefer dock solutions. So in New York, for example, you only have city kind of bikes and they ban everyone else. And the city is much tidier in that regards there. We see the same trend in Europe as well. Paris, they have banned e-scooter sharings there. and a lot of cities are trying to follow up. So dark is the solution to go, but the issue is that it's so expensive. A lot of cities cannot afford that. That's why we come in. So we made the dark solution 70% cheaper there to make that affordable for them. And that's how we differentiate ourselves from other competitors there.
All right, thank you, Josh.
Thank you.
All right, so the judges will have 2 minutes as they continue to make their notes, and you've got 2 minutes to keep chatting or to refresh your plates too. So have at it.
Yes, let's go out.
Yeah, New York. It's like right around the corner.
I went to
Yeah, very good. For the Irish government. Hey, Sean.
Already? All right. Hello. Y'all ready to hear our next entrepreneur? All right. So please. Oh, wow. And they don't even know your name yet. So please give another warm welcome to our next finalist this evening, Katie Smith from Huma AI. Katie, over to you.
Hi, Waverly. Hello, hello, Waverly. Hi, David. Hi, Ronnie. Hi, Vincent. My name is Katie Smith. I am the CEO and co-founder of Huma.ai. We are building a proprietary empathetic AI for businesses and people. As a California benefit corporation, we aim to create a future where AI serves all of us, not just a few of us. Sorry, not used to the mic. I want to tell you a quick story. In a recent focus group, a participant said to us, and it really was moving, that in future generations, people are going to be like, why did we just deal with this toxic social media? Why did we just click our privacy away for people to profit? Very few people to profit. Enter Huma.ai. We are a new social network, one where there's no ads, no subscriptions. It's just a delightful user experience of video, text, audio, and a marketplace. We don't ask, sorry guys, I'm a little nervous. We do not take any intellectual property, and we ask for consent when we're training empathetic AI. So let's unpack that a little bit. When we're training empathetic AI, we are preparing ourselves to have a model that we can license. When we can license that model, that revenue goes back to users who actively consented to create that model, okay? What that does, it creates a virtuous cycle. Business benefits, but users benefit because they have power because they are the ones that created it and they're going to help us deploy the profits. This is a completely new model and it's very exciting. We're unlocking a multi-billion-dollar market, a $2.4 billion serviceable, addressable market with ethical AI, and this model is ready to lead. We're gaining traction. There's too much on this page, too much to add on this page. What I will say is I wrote the strategy last year. I've talked to hundreds of AI and deep tech leaders. We got accepted into 3 different accelerator programs. One on sustainable development goals to align with our business strategy, responsible AI, and we're thrilled to be in this community, as nervous as I am, with StartOut. And we've been able to raise money from a family office. This team is ready to go. I have led multiple digital transformations since the 90s. My co-founder is a respected social welfare strategist, and my CTO goes deep into tech and AI and startups. Kayfert Butterfield is the Time Magazine responsible honoree, Time Magazine's responsible AI honoree for 2024. And I'm out of time. Okay, my first public pitch. I apologize. I had no idea I would be that nervous. Oh my God, y'all. Holy, whoa. Okay. I can make up for it here. Let's talk.
Well, first of all, it's okay to be nervous in a room full of like good, kind faces. This is where we're supposed to get better, so no worries at all. It's all good, all good.
Yes.
Can you just help me understand where your passion came through for creating a social network site like this?
I appreciate that. I got verbally attacked on a hiking trail. And I looked especially butch that day, which is not an excuse, but this person got into my face and I thought I was going to have to defend myself. And I thought, whatever is happening online is definitely getting translated to what's happening in real life. Okay. So like GLAAD's safety index, they've made it very clear that this is true. The vitriol and the hate that is on social media is getting translated to people in real life. And what happened to me is lightweight. If you're a Black trans woman, it is so much worse. So we are designing this for the most marginalized amongst us, but this is for everyone because our ethos is if we can get it right for the folks who are most harmed, it actually works for everybody. Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you.
I would say we're probably nervous too. So you're in good company.
Oh my gosh.
And we're also all rooting for you.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit more about how you would monetize this product. Part of business is making money.
Yeah. So think about a social network with no ads. First of all, it all starts with users. We can answer the question, what comes first, chicken or the egg? Users. And so users, imagine like a delightful user experience. People who actively consent are helping us train the empathetic AI, and then we license that AI to companies who require ethical AI, a culturally competent AI. We reduce liability and bias in our system. This is a proprietary patent pending technology, and we also have the trademark, by the way, for empathetic AI. See, I can talk about it, but God. Oh.
I hate public speaking, so I'm right there with you. You did better than I would have done, so you killed it. I would love to hear more about how you're thinking about user acquisition, whether that's targeting specific groups to bring them onto the platform or just how you're thinking about, one, I guess, acquiring users, but then also targeting them and getting them to use the app enough to train the AI.
I appreciate that. So we've been running focus groups and people, I mean, love this mission and vision. People are like waiting for it. We showcased our prototype and people love it too. And so we're going to do a pilot here in Los Angeles, taking those beta focus group users, turn them into beta testers, and then ask your 6 friends, ask your 6 friends. You know, we also, one of our board members, Melissa Potter, is the head of content for change for Paramount, has deep connections with influencers. We already have an influencer that is interested in working with us. We just need to get to market.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Katie.
Thank you.
Give it up for Katie on her very first public pitch. While the judges take their 2 minutes to fill in their bits, one thing I want to note based on what Ronnie just said, and the love in this room too, is if you noticed while the judges have been tallying their scores or talking through things, while folks are getting ready for the next presentation, they've been helping each other. All of our contestants tonight have been walking through how to get this PowerPoint set up and how to use the remote and the clicker. And that's really what StartOut in this community is about, helping one another. So I appreciate all of our contestants tonight, all of our finalists tonight, and all of you for showing so much love to them too. So we've got about a minute to go before our fourth finalist comes up. So talk amongst yourselves and then we'll see you in another minute. Thank you. Okay, because were you on SBS? Yeah. Okay.
There's a lot of
Yes. Yeah. Speaker. Yeah.
Sometimes
Working on overhauling. Yeah. No.
Oh.
Sorry? I did, yeah.
Connection. Like my sister.
Alright, y'all ready? Hello and welcome back, everyone. We're about ready for our fourth finalist. So if everyone could please give a round of applause to Rick Cruz from Consolidate. And Rick, as a reminder, you will have 3 minutes to deliver your presentation with 1 minute and 30 seconds there, and then 3 minutes for the judges to ask you questions. So one more round of applause for Rick, y'all.
3 years ago, I lost my wallet, and updating my payment information was the hardest part of it all. It was messy, time-consuming, and an absolute hassle. So I took a step back and I asked myself, what is there on the market that can solve this issue directly? And Consolidate was born, the software that'll streamline all of your subscriptions into a singular operating portal to give power back to the consumer. All right. So why exactly do we care about this problem? Because subscriptions have become an essential part of life. We depend on them for the food we eat and the entertainment we watch. However, with this influx of subscriptions as a lifestyle comes a host of problems that brew just underneath the surface. It's common to hear things like, I didn't even realize I was still paying for that subscription, or I was cut off from my services because I didn't update my payment. Now, updating payment info not only affects us as consumers, it affects corporations. Financial institutions are losing to the tune of $900 million because if you don't update your details, they cannot charge interchange fees, while subscription services themselves lose billions per year to this issue. And Consolidate is the solution for both subscription providers and consumers alike. By implementing a core portal that connects to your services through secure APIs, you'll be able to not only look at your services, but directly interact with them to pull that data and make key controlling decisions to all, which will eliminate the fractured landscape that we know now of having individualized portals. This will be free for consumers. We want to charge subscription services directly for outdated payment info. If we update your services to your subscription providers, we'll take a fee as our percentage because without us, they would have otherwise lost you as a valuable consumer. Now, there's a few competitors in this landscape who work adjacent to this issue, but where we differ is that we don't just passively monitor your services. With this API, we allow you to go in there, see your data, and make those key core decisions to all your services with a singular portal. We look to begin by targeting first small subscription providers, moving forward to enterprise, then targeting the US subscription economy, giving us a total addressable market of $43 billion. We have participated in programs at Berkeley Skydeck, a Stanford Latino accelerator, and have raised $150,000. We are currently on our second iteration of our MVP and have validated this with over 700 users. I'm Rick Cruz and I'm CEO, and I would love to partner with you all to cement a more flexible and secure infrastructure for a better tomorrow. Thank you.
Awesome job. I like the idea that you are not charging consumers a subscription to manage their subscriptions. But I am curious if you've had any early conversations with, I guess it sounds like, so the like Netflixes of the world would ultimately be the ones paying for this. And if that's the case, do you have any like early evidence of conversations you've had with them or examples of their willingness to pay?
Yeah, thank you very much for that question, Waverly. So yes, we have had a few conversations with some subscriptions, some smaller ones, who did give us great feedback on how this is viable for them. But we've also talked with the CTO at Scentbird, who loved this idea, in talks of an LOI, and also a tech executive at Lyft. They did crack open new ideas. They said that they were also having problems getting in direct contact with their consumers. All of our inboxes are flooded day in, day out. We're not getting their messages. This is another way for them to have a constant hold of us.
Great job, Mark. Very concise. Thank you. Okay, so I have a selfish question. So if I use Consolidate, does that mean I don't need to keep 47 Post-it notes with the password for every single one of my subscriptions? It's one password? How does that work?
Yeah, correct. And currently on the MVP, it's not going to do that. You still have to log into everything, but we do want to have one core portal that's going to have access to all of this. However, it does raise security concerns because one thing's compromised, they're all compromised. So we're sort of working through the details of that, but yes, that is on our radar, absolutely.
So a little bit in contrast to Waverly, I worry about you making it free to consumers because you can never then really charge them without causing a lot of cognitive dissonance and like concern about why.
Yeah.
Oh, I worry a little bit about making this free to consumers because you can never, it's hard then later to charge money for that product if you think there's a benefit to doing that. So tell me more about why you would make it free.
Well, our MVP, so I lied, consumers are paying to start with, but that's a part of our strategy because, you know, we have to build up a bulk of users to then approach these subscriptions and say, hey, your customers are utilizing us. Would you partner with us to automate these processes? However, there wasn't enough time to get into it in 3 minutes, but there's a litany of other things we have. We have bank statements, so we're utilizing AI to identify where spending's high, sort of reshape the spending behavior, and also take the user on maybe a financial journey to educate them. So yeah, there are other things that would require a fee.
I love that you had a competitor slide on there because I think people automatically start just associating this with like the Rocket mortgage commercials that are coming out now. So just maybe in the last 15 seconds we have, what is the key differentiator? Like I understand that you're not necessarily linear, you're more of a platform, but how do you differentiate from just maybe another AI platform that's going to come out there and help people kind of consolidate expenses?
Yeah, so we've learned really rich data in our beta testing. This was initially targeted towards college students. Surprise, they're all broke. So we started to target it more towards millennials. And we found a big differentiator for our MVP is that Black and brown people from freshly graduated college, we don't know, myself included, we don't know how to interact with money. And they were the ones that gave us that third step. They're like, you've identified our needs, reshaped our behavior, teach us how to sow generational wealth. And that's a big part of what we're discovering. And we're really excited to get more into that because that really resonates with my own personal story.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So we'll give the judges 2 minutes and then we'll bring up our fifth and final finalist. So talk amongst yourselves. Oh, and also I know I've been thanking a lot of people, but Kate and Sandra have been sitting here reminding these folks for 30 seconds and a minute, hidden all the time. So thank y'all for reminding all of us to keep us on track.
Numbers and signs. I started hopefully now can that and like being gay on
All right, welcome back, everyone. You ready for our fifth finalist? I said, are you ready for our fifth finalist? Yay! Woo! Can you hear me? Okay, there we go. So Ryder is our fifth finalist tonight. And unfortunately had a medical emergency, was unable to join us in person, but was able to join us on the screen. We may have some technical difficulties to get Ryder up and running. But we will still do this. And Ryder, yeah, I just realized like the 30-second and 1 minute, you can't see us, can you?
No, I think I can see you, but
Oh,
if you
okay.
just
Do
wait.
you want to move down here,
Yeah.
Cade, real quick? Just so you can see the timing as well too.
Yeah.
And if you could turn up the volume as well too, Jericho. Oh, awesome. Thank you so much.
My volume's okay, everything?
Yeah, perfect now. Thank you so
Okay.
much. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, Ryder, the same thing we've told everyone else. You will have 3 minutes to deliver your pitch, followed by 3 minutes for questions from the judges. And Cade will be here holding up the 1 minute and 30-second sign if you can see them. Awesome. All right.
Let's hope I can. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, all. Apologies, I couldn't be there tonight. I got a knee injury. I was running the Toronto Half Marathon. So if one of your friends ever texts you and says, "Do you want to run a half marathon?" just go ahead and delete their number. But I appreciate StartOut for being super flexible and still letting me pitch. So I'm Ryder, and I love clothes, weird electronics, and big data problems. I come from a software and a biomedical engineering background, and I've also grown a social media following of over 1 million people building weird machines that nobody needs, like turning my pickup truck into a printer. But today I'm building something that I need. I buy way too many clothes, and I feel super guilty when I clean out my closet because honestly, I just don't have time to resell and I'm leaving money on the table. And I'm not the only person with this problem. The existing resale market is huge. It'll be 350 billion in a few years, but it's an absolute mess for consumers. To sell on an existing marketplace, I need to go to my closet. I need to find the item, take multiple photos of it, research the original product details, take measurements, post it on multiple marketplaces, all in the hopes of a sale. It's too much work, so I end up donating it, which means about 85% of it ends up in a landfill. That's why my co-founder and I built Cash. It's an app that acts as a pipeline for resale. You sign up, you connect your email, we find your purchase receipts and use them to build a virtual inventory with sizing and photos and let you post to multiple marketplaces automatically with one click. Cash is with you from the moment that you purchase the item until the moment you sell it. We generate revenue by charging users a fee on every transaction, and we also generate affiliate revenue from the marketplaces. We're in the business of big data, so there are other potential streams of revenue, but right now we're laser focused on the consumer resale component. My co-founder and I, Devin, got started 6 months ago when we met during our Antler incubator residency, and we were fortunate enough to secure a pre-seed investment from them. And since then, we've built an MVP, we've built a Chrome extension, we built like 20 features, and then we cut most of those features to focus on customer feedback. We've onboarded about 78 beta users, we've passed a Google security audit, and we are currently finalizing partnership talks with a few major marketplaces. We're looking to raise about 1.5 to 2 million in early 2025. And we're both first-time founders. We're from Canada, so our networks in the US are quite small. So we're looking for, honestly, any introductions to funds that are in our space or people who can help us out. Our main ask is, though, funding so we can build out the tech and the team so we can scale beyond our initial user base. Since I'm not there, if you have any questions or want to talk, please email me or LinkedIn me. I'm happy to come down to LA. I love LA once my knee is better. And thank you so much for listening. And I hope to make you some money from the stuff in your closet very soon.
Thank you, Ryder. We appreciate that. And now we will turn it over to the judges for questions.
Thank you, Ryder. That is a really interesting and compelling idea. How will consumers find you? How will I find out about your website?
Yeah, it's a great. Go-to-market is something that we have been thinking about for a little bit. So we have a couple different strategies. Mostly we're relying on influencer marketing, and fortunately I do have some experience in that. But we are trying to build in social features to the app as well. So once a user is onboarded, we can have other users be like their friends be onboarded by them as well. So the idea is that since you import your items and then you resell your items, you don't really do anything in between, but we want to have the traditional virtual closet application functionality. And we also want people to be able to share outfits with their friends, ask for recommendations on things like that. And we're hoping that will kind of have a network effect.
Hi, Ryder. I don't know if you can see us, but this is Waverly. Great job. I just would love to hear more. I know you briefly touched on this, but just understanding a bit more about the importing process, like how do the clothing items actually get into cash?
Yeah, so we have a couple different ways. Turns out it is an incredibly difficult problem and one we've been mostly focused on for a while. But the idea is that most people, when they go and shop in person, they'll get a purchase receipt to their email. So when you sign up with Cash, you connect your email. We find all of the purchase receipts. And from there, we're able to match what we think that item is with our database of millions of products now. So you can kind of see like an inbox when you're in the app and say, did you buy this? And it usually shows up in about 10 minutes after you bought it. Fingers crossed that it all works, but you click yes, and then the item goes right into your closet with all the original details. There are, of course, other ways to do it. So like if your mom knits you a sweater, obviously you're not going to have a purchase receipt for it. So we do offer a scanning service. So you can take a photo of something, we'll scan it, we'll use a bit of AI magic to remove the background and say that it's a sweater and what color it is and any patterns, et cetera, et cetera.
Ryder, great job. This is Vincent. Quick question for you. So if I'm going to post something, you post this on Cash, automatically post this on Poshmark or eBay or wherever I decide. And then as a consumer selling something, I'm paying a fee to you as well as to Poshmark. How's that working?
Yeah, essentially that's it. So you are paying whatever the marketplace fee is. And then you also pay a kind of successful listing fee to Cash, which is anywhere from about $2 to $3. We've kind of run that by our customers, and depending on the item, that's generally what they're most comfortable with. And to be able to get it out of their closet, they're okay with those. We also, when it is time to resell, we kind of have like a reverse checkout screen, so you can, instead of seeing taxes and all of that, you see how much money like gets taken off and how much you're going to have in your pocket at the end of the day.
All right. Thank you so much, Ryder. Give Ryder a round of applause, please, everyone. We appreciate it. And wish you the best with your knee.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Can I also just say again, is that not just incredible 5 examples of queer fabulousness that we just saw? All 5 of you. So we have a couple other program notes I'm going to go through, but right now I would invite Waverly, David, Ronnie, and Vincent to please follow Danny to the airtight cryogenic chamber to discuss who will be tonight's winner. But as I mentioned earlier, they're not the only ones making decisions tonight. You get to make a decision too. And so momentarily, Danny's going to pull up the QR code. So take a moment, scan the QR code, and then vote of the 5 finalists who you would like to see walk home with the $1,000 audience prize. Make sure you vote. Vote once. And don't forget to vote again on November 5th. While we are waiting as well too, I want to give another brief program note, and then we'll give you all a little break while the judges finish their deliberations. But I want to share a new program that we're starting at StartOut shortly in next year. This is kind of our soft launch this year, and we have some folks here who helped put it together. It's our Invest with Pride badge. We've realized over the years that we're doing everything we can to help queer entrepreneurs, but one area that we need to continue doing good work is in the VC marketplace and with VCs. Currently, there is no single way for investors to clearly signal their commitment to LGBTQ equality and inclusion, nor is there a way for queer founders to know if an investor is LGBTQ plus inclusive and open to them. And so in the next year, probably about by Pride Month, we're going to be rolling out, this is a sneak preview for y'all tonight, our Invest with Pride badge. And that'll be 1, to encourage VCs to be more inclusive, 2, to recognize VCs that are doing great work, and 3, to help queer entrepreneurs, well, things that I just said, and now I'm reading the script, to identify those investors who could be a good fit for them. This program is a joint pledge and badge program that we developed from feedback with 25 different investors and ecosystem builders, including some there on the screen right now. And we've selected 4 of those, 3 or 4 of them, to serve as the gold standard for that Invest with Pride badge, who will be starting off in June next year as our first 4 recipients of that Invest with Pride badge. We have a 3-tiered system based on the number of criteria that an investor meets that we developed with those 25 groups. And you can see those tiers right there. And those are our gold standard recipients. And this is really the beginning of what we hope will encourage the investor community, which frankly has not always been the most open and welcoming community for queer people or other marginalized communities as well too, to help push them with a carrot of like, hey, you get this badge and you can publicize it. And then also eventually as we continue to grow it, maybe with a stick and a little shame and guilt. I mean, we're queer, we know what shame and guilt feel like. And we can shame and guilt some of them to doing what is only right and providing more opportunities for queer entrepreneurs like those 5 that we saw tonight. So if you are an investor here tonight, you want to learn more about that badge, or if you know investors as well too, please feel free to come talk to Danny or BB or me tonight, or just email us directly at info@startout.org. Or if you have any other questions about anything you've seen tonight, if you want to talk to any of the founders that you met with tonight, go and talk with them momentarily, or email us at info@startout.org and we'll forward you directly to those founders as well too. Are y'all having a good time? Woo! Yeah, that's good. Well, let's take about another 5-minute break or so, and then we'll pressure those judges to make their final decisions and we'll come back and award it. But please get some food and please get some drinks and prepare yourself for the afterglow party in a little bit as well too. And we'll see you in about 5-10 minutes. Thanks.
I came in maybe like 5 months, 4 months ago. Well, I know Kate. Here's the hardest part. This is more. Yes. So, okay, good. Yeah, it was a program. It was like a Latino. Oh yeah. No, I was in LA territory. So yes. So you did your undergrad class? I did.
I need to read another one. I didn't realize sell it harder. Oh. And then he wants to sell. We did that for 3 years. Yeah, so what we do is we made it back. So yeah, so we have this market values. They would help. I read it once every 10 minutes. Smell. They had the best name I've seen. Also, unity. Right over there. Thank you.
It's going well.
Yeah, people get too fun little it's online shop was great. Nice, you know.
I know that sure. And the photo.
Maybe the presenters and the judges.
Oh my gosh, did I not get you at all? Yeah, so there's a woman at my school. Sorry.
You get me looking super surprised.
I actually didn't have you in it.
Okay, good. Because I looked over, I was like, oh yeah.
No, these guys were actually have it now.
Bring yourself back into It's good to be maybe like it's like yeah, not top.
I think that's the bigger.
You know, I think it's not so the next year and a half, we're going to be profits. Yeah, Get the hell out of here.
We have to get it right here.
It's this contract in California. My company's
Hello. If everyone could please take their seats, we will announce the winners in exactly 1 minute. So you have 1 minute to take your seat, and then we will announce tonight's winners. Hello? Can you hear me? We're ready. All right. As soon as everyone takes their seats, we will announce tonight's big winners. So come on back, have a seat, I'm sure our 5 finalists are quite nervous right now. Ryder, are you on screen? So we've got all of our finalists around or so, or hopefully you can see us. Oh, there. Okay, there we go. All right. So again, I know we've been doing a lot of clapping tonight, but that's because there's a lot of love up in here. I want to thank again T-Mobile and SVB and also Brooks Brothers, because all 5 of you are going to be going home. Well, with the gift certificate, we're not giving you the suit right now because you want to go try it on and figure out what works for you. But it's still really awesome. But I also want to ask everyone to please give a round of applause again to Lauren, to Josh, to Katie, to Rick, and to Ryder, our 5 finalists for this evening, for doing such a great job. All right, but now the moment you've all been waiting for. Our 3 finalists, our 3 winners. But before that, our mixed congeniality prize that you voted for. Raise your hand if you voted. All right. Raise your hand if you have a plan to vote for November 5th. All right. Hopefully those that didn't just aren't able to vote. But winning the mixed congeniality prize tonight, audience choice winner, is Ryder from Cachet. Congratulations, Ryder. All right. And then our 3rd place winner, if you can come up to the stage so we can take a picture when that happens, is Lauren McCullough from Trommel. Cool. Our second, yes, yeah, go on. You can say hang out here if you want to, or sit down, whatever works. Yeah. 2nd place goes to Rick Cruz of Consolidate. Hey, Rick. Yeah, come on. Congratulations. Here, outside. Congratulations. And now the moment you've waited for, our grand prize and $5,000. Can I get a drum roll? Oh, that's exciting. Oh, that's good. Nice. Oh, good. You work here, so it's okay if you break it. The winner of the first demo day of Santa Monica is Ryder Damon of Cachet. Ryder, do you have any speeches or words that you'd like to share with us?
Don't do a half marathon. That's it.
Well, thank you so much, Ryder. Congratulations, and to everyone. And then also, again, Vincent and Waverly and Ronnie and David, thank you all so much for being here tonight and asking such great questions. And again, Sandra, where are we headed next? Oh, Arcade. Oh, Britannia, the Britannia. So if you don't know where Britannia is, ask someone, and Cade and folks can help direct us in the direction that we're going. So
Monica in 3rd.
Oh, Santa Monica.
Santa Monica in 3rd.
Oh, there we go. Santa Monica in 3rd. That means nothing to me, but I have Google Maps to figure it out. So thank you. I hope you all had a marvelous night tonight. I would like to ask all of tonight's finalists and programming board members and judges to please join us on the stage momentarily so we can take a few photos. And Ryder, that includes you. But otherwise, thank you for being a great audience and have a marvelous, happy, and queer night. Bye.